don't like or even hate doing the same repetitive work over and over again, but you still need and want to, for example, write emails to your leads, maybe write posts for your social media pages, keep up with your customers' needs to ensure good enough customer support, then follow through this video because I'm going to give you the blueprint to automate each of the tasks I just named and 2 more extremely time wasting ones that, if automated, are going to save you hundreds of hours of work. So if you really hate doing those same repetitive work, you'll need to stick till the end of this video to get the gold nuggets I'm going to give you for free. Although I'm going to give you each and every single prompt I've used in each and every single Claude and Chat-GPT and Perplexity module, I'm going to make this video as quick and as direct as possible, so let's jump straight into it. So here we are inside Make's dashboard, and as you might have just understood, we are going to use Make.com to build our automations. So let's go ahead and jump into the first automation. So this is a post creating automation. This is actually an automation that I use day to day to create the posts for Facebook and LinkedIn. This automation is actually based on a Airtable, and it starts with an webhook as the trigger. So whenever I click this button right here, it opens and closes automatically, as you have just seen this webhook. So this first module is the custom webhook. This second module just closes automatically the webhook window. It's not that necessary. You can delete it if you want. So now the next module is a statistic finding bot. So this is a bot I've trained to scrape the internet and find me statistics on which my post is going to be generated. So it finds me statistics about basically mostly AI and innovations and the implementation of AI into businesses. Now, based on that statistic, the bot have found me. This module creates as you can see, I've fed in the results, so the statistic, and based on that, it creates the blog post. So in a second, I'll show you this prompt right here, but for now I'm going to just get you to understand how this automation is structured. So after this module, there's another Claude module, which is called the CTA generating bot. So this is a bot that generates call to actions basically. So it works that I feed in the blog text, and based on that it creates a CTA, so a short call to action. Then the automation splits into a router. It firstly posts on LinkedIn, then on Facebook, and then there's this Chat-GPT module that creates a prompt for an image, and then the image is created based on that prompt. So generate an image based on this prompt, and this basically generates the prompt. So create a prompt for a large language module like yourself to generate an image based on the following statistic, and it gives the statistic firstly found, and then it uploads everything into Airtable. And as you can see, it has just generated 2 Facebook posts, of course, because I have hit the generate post button twice. So let's go ahead and view one of these 2 posts. So this is the statistic. So 58% of customers are willing to pay more for services, products, or goods that offer a good customer service. So this statistic, as you can see, is not based on AI, but it basically highlights the importance of a good customer service. And then the post is generated around this statistic. It basically firstly quotes it, and then it drives the attention of the viewer from the importance of customer support to how AI can enhance it. And lastly, this is the CTA short phrase. So elevate your service, boost loyalty, AI powered solutions for e-commerce to success await. Then this is the image these 2 modules have generated, and to be actually honest, I don't usually use this image as it's not that good. It doesn't really get the point, and it's kind of confusing, and you could actually figure that out by the fact that I've put these 2 modules after the rotor. And because if I wanted to use this image, I would have put these 2 modules before the router. I would have used the image URL in the post modules, so in Facebook post and then LinkedIn post. But still, I want to try this bot right here to make the image better, and over time I might be going to use the this image. So it's basically it for this automation. So let's go ahead and see how the prompt for the post creating bot is structured. So this is the prompt right here. It's not that complicated, well structured though. It gives the role, task, specifics, context. Of course, for specifics and context, this is tailored to my agency and my posting. So I'm gonna use variables when I'll put some variables for yourself. I'm going to post all of this into my LinkedIn profile, but I'll give you a quick overview. So for the role, I told him you're a highly skilled and highly experienced copywriter. You're writing concise, simple, full of informations. Then for the task, create a copy for a post based on this statistic, and here you're going to put the variable of the statistic found with the previous module. So it's basically it for this prompt. It then gives two examples. So this is called few shot prompting, when you give examples of how the results should be structured to the bot, and it gives basically the bot a better understanding of how it should complete the task you're giving it. And now let's see the prompt for the statistic finding assistant. So this is the prompt. So wrote, you are an extremely skilled and highly experienced market analyzer. Your task is to report the most staggering and most relevant statistics on business needs, and etc. etc. You can read this by yourself. I'm going to also post this in my LinkedIn account, and also for this one, for specifics and context, you are going to tailor it for your business. Give it also 3 examples for this prompt. So again, few shot prompting to get a better result. And this is basically it for this automation. So let's go ahead and go straight to the next one. Always remember to save, because make does not auto save. So in the case I might have changed anything, I'll hit save, and let's go to the next one. So for this next automation, we're going to see one that automates the process of onboarding a new client. So of course, an onboarding automation. Again, this is an extremely time-saving automation and money-saving automation, because businesses, and especially big ones, generally hire someone to do this kind of job, which is automated with this automation. This is tailored, of course, to my agency, but could be tailored to your niche, to a specific business niche, and it could be extremely helpful not only to onboard new clients, new customers, but also to onboard new employees. So this saves tons and tons of hours monthly. So this is the basic structure of it. Basically starts with a webhook that is triggered whenever I move an opportunity into go a level from like one stage to close client. So if first discovery call or second call or whatever stage you're in, I move them into close client, and this automation runs, and this webhook gives me all the data I know. So the company name, the name of the client, their email, and their basic information. Then it firstly goes through this module right here, creating a welcome email, basically giving a warm welcome to the just signed client into the team, and basically give me a quick overview of how this partnership will go. Then it goes through the second module, basically formatting the data just created into JSON, because I need the subject line and the main body divided for me to be able to send it to basically put the subject line into the subject line and the main body into the main body. Then it updates the CRM, basically changes the status from to pay into paid, and then it sends the email. Then the automation goes through the second route, basically creating the client channel and inviting them into Slack. And then it thirdly and lastly, but not for importance, goes through this really quick process right here, basically creating the invoice for the client to pay. Basically, firstly creates the customer into Stripe, then creates the invoice item, then the invoice, and then it finalizes the invoice with all the data put into the previous modules. And then it lastly, of course, sends the invoice to the client. So I'll hit save again to not change anything, and let's go to the next one. Now, if you find this automation interesting, but you are finding doubts, understanding maybe how to structure them, how to build them, or how to implement them into your business, maybe how to connect the different software, different apps, or if you are facing problems with repetitive workflows you are wasting your time on in your business, or maybe if you have some ideas of some custom builds we could structure for you, we can discuss it together anytime. Just book a call with the link in the description, and I'll be excited to discuss all of this with you on a one-on-one call. So the next automation is going to be an email responder. No, I think I got the wrong one. Okay, now this is the right one. So this is actually an automation we've built for our previous client, and basically needed to automate the process of responding to recurrent emails from guests. So we've built it, and it basically firstly looks out for new emails. Then it categorizes the emails into if it's guest message or any spam or any other type of email. It categorizes it. So then it goes through this filter. If it's not a guest message, it does not go through. Then it categorizes what type of guest message in, if it's a check-in check-out type message, if they need any information about the check-in check-out times, it's going to send an email. If the email contains some specifics about questions of the accommodation or Venice, because the apartments were in Venice, they are still. And so that's it. And then it sends, I'll go through it slowly. So it categorizes the guest message into check-in, check-out, or accommodation specifics. Then it categorizes the language. So then it goes through this router, and if it's check-in, check-out, it will go through this one. If it's accommodation specifics, it will go through this one. So if it's check-in, check-out, it firstly analyzes the message, responds to it, and then the message is formatted into JSON, so that as the previous automation I can divide the subject line from the main body and use it into the last email module. So it writes email. So it analyzes the email, writes the response, format the data into JSON, writes the JSON, and then sends the email, the reply email. If it is an accommodation specific, it goes through this plot module, basically, which is basically the same as this one. So it analyzes the message, creates a response, and then it goes through WhatsApp for Business and responds there, because we've built another automation for the guests who are in the apartment and those who are getting to arrive and are not still there, or making changes with the dates and the check-in check-out times. So for the ones that are already in the accommodations, the build will go through WhatsApp for Business, because they are getting in contact there. And actually, to be completely honest, to remember, this was not a WhatsApp business module when this automation was running for the previous client. It was a webhook, basically sending the data to a chatbot into voice flow, which was able to respond to a lot more specific questions about the accommodation specifics. So this gives the idea of what this where this route goes, but it does not respond directly to the message. If I do not go wrong, this automation gives overview of the problem for the chatbot into voice flow, and all the data about the message and the inquiries the guests are sent to the chatbot. So I've already hit save. Now let's go to the next automation. This automation, now to actually be honest with you, is a little more structured. I would say it is the best one we're going to see so far. This is an AI enhanced lead magnet. Although the next automation, so the last one, is going to be another extremely time and money saving automation. This is also again an extremely time and money saving automation because of the simple fact that automates the process of attracting leads, a process that would normally require a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of money, and this actually basically generates high quality leads because it offers as the value functioning as the magnet for this automation a free custom marketing strategy, actually a pretty detailed one, and one free social media post. So whenever this form pops out in, let's say I put it in your website, and the lead fills out this form right here, this webhook receives data, it updates, and wait, what am I doing? I'll show you in practice. So I'll hit run once, and I'll hit this button right here. So now the webhook has receiving the data. I need to be able to run this whole thing. So the marketing goal, the offer type, niche, the ideal customer, and everything, every parameter I've put in here. So it firstly updates the CRM with the new lead, then it waits, I believe, a minute, if not a minute and a half, because to not make it so obvious that this the marketing strategy and the social media post is AI generated, because let's say I wouldn't put this leap section, this leap module in here, it would take 1 minute max to run this whole thing, so it would really not feel that human made of a marketing strategy and social media post. So after updating the CRM with the new lead, it waits a minute, as I just said, and then it creates the marketing strategy based on all the parameters we've put in and based on a pretty structured system prompt. Then it creates a social media post. Then this module right here formats the data of the basically the output of this ChatGPT module right here, as it is the marketing strategy, into JSON format, so that is I'm able to basically divide it into CEO title and meta description in order to be able right here to turn the markdown to HTML, in order to then be able to create the file and then download it into Google Doc. Then after the JSON, there is this ChatGPT module right here turning the outline of this marketing strategy into main body, basically with the headings, and in order to be able to have a well structured Google Doc, so with all the bold text and the one highlighted, so as you can see, like exactly like this. So this is the final result, and as you can see, I mean, it's not that complicated. It is a pretty basic for a marketing strategy, but I would say it is extremely valuable considering the fact that you're only answering a couple of questions and you're getting it in a matter of minutes. So now it has stopped right here because I've put in, I believe, my email. So it's not it has not sent it from my Gmail to my Gmail. Yeah, I put in my personal email, so it has not sent it. I don't certainly know why, but it does like this. My I don't certainly know the reason, but my Gmail have this kind of problem. But essentially at this point, you firstly this automation firstly sends an email with the free social media post. So hi, name, the one that it is in the CRM, and that I get from the from this form right here. Here's your promised free social media post, and there is a free social media post. Then there is a sleep tool of 3 minutes because of the same reason, because sending straight away also the marketing strategy would basically directly tell that this is all AI generated. So I wait 3 minutes and then I send the file, the marketing strategy, and for the subject line, this optimized marketing strategy, and you could add like for you and name and maybe like this. And this is how it runs. So let me go back and do a slower, more detailed overview of how this all works so you can better understand it. So it firstly runs this webhook receiving the data, and I would need to go to go high level. So in a second I'll show you where this webhook is run. So now I am here in my automation section into go high level, and I've set this lead magnet webhook right here. Now I will go to edit workflow so I can show you how it is structured. It's a really basic one. So for the trigger, I've chosen form submitted and named the form submitted, and form is, and I've put in for my form, so the form of this automation lead magnet form, and I've set this to webhooks because this is for the lead magnet. This is this webhook right here, but this next one here is for the next automation we're going to see in a matter of minutes. So I've named it webhook method post because we want to post in here the data we get from the form, and I've pasted the URL of the webhook you can find by basically clicking into the module, and you can find it right here. You can click copy to address and then paste it in here. I'll save everything. I haven't changed anything, but I'll hit save anyway. And this is how this webhook is basically set it up. Now for this next module, I have my base and here table for the CRM. So here, whenever this automation runs or whatever automation I have with this table right here connected, it updates it and it puts all the data I need in, then sleeps for a minute just to ensure it's not that obvious that this is AI generated, then create marketing strategy. Now you will find the prompt for all of these modules into my LinkedIn. I will put a link in the description so you can access all these prompts, but this is a pretty detailed, pretty structured system prompt. So role, you're a highly skilled marketing strategist, blah, blah, blah. Then user, and here there is the task and all the specifics and the examples. I've put a couple in here, and all the variables that are needed in order to be able to generate this strategy. The next module is create social media posts. Now again, you'll find this system prompt into the link in my description. And again, you're a highly skilled and highly experienced copywriter, blah, 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 blah. Now for the task, create a copy for a Facebook post, and notes, just a couple of notes to put in to ensure that the quality of this post is good enough to be sent to a prospect, to a lead. Then JSON formatter, this is extremely simple actually, to be honest. It just, as you can see, as you can tell by the result, because it just puts this bracket in here, puts the CEO title into quotation marks, puts also the of course the CEO title value into quotation marks. It also puts meta description quotation marks and the actual meta description, then the main body, and it just arranges all of this so that it is formatted into JSON. So as you can see, if I access, let's say, this module right here, I can find by clicking in CEO title, meta description, main body, and conclusion all separated, because I need them in order to turn the markdown into HTML. Other way, this would be the only thing I would be left with, so a single variable, but I wouldn't be able to turn the HTML into the markdown into HTML with a single variable, or well, I wouldn't be able to do it in the way I would like to do it. with the formatting we need for the Google Doc to be good enough. Now this module right here, I'll link to well, this is a parse JSON. You just put in the result of the previous module. Then this ChatGPT module right here, this turns the outline to conversational main body using H2 headings. And I just fit in the main body from the JSON module, and that's it. Now for the markdown, this is how I structured the markdown. So the meta description is put into italic. The CEO title is the main heading, and the conclusion is H2 heading, I believe. And then in the middle there is the whole body basically. And I'll hit OK, and then create the strategy file. So this creates the document into Google Docs. So name it with full name and get from the webhook marketing strategy. So it saves it, so it creates it with the name of the lead. And then I need to specify this is HTML doc type. Then I need to specify the body. Again, close the HTML and close the body. Save it into my drive and not a specific location. Okay. And then for next one, download the document. So my drive, as I save it into my drive, document ID, I can find it from the previous module. And type, I've put in Microsoft Word. You can put PDF, rich text format, open document, or plain text, whatever you prefer. Now for the modules of sending an email, we are already seen that, so to not waste anyone's time, I'll hit save in case I have changed anything, and we can jump into the next automation. Again, if you find this type of AI automations interesting, or if you have some ideas about some builds we could structure for you, do not mind at all contacting us. We can sort this out together on a completely free one-on-one discovery call you can book with the link in the description. So now we're going to see this automation right here. So this is a price scraping automation, as you can see, for booking. This is actually a system we've built out for a client, which is, as you can understand, an apartment owner, so a property owner, and this basically helps him optimize its pricing based on competition price. So this starts with a trigger that watches the runs of this actor right here in Abify, which basically gets a bunch of data from a bunch of listings, and that data is formatted then throughout these modules. And I extract here with this aggregator right here the price, and I extract the check-in check-out dates. Then I extract, I believe, right here the welcome message. I extract the welcome message, the price, the URL, the description, the rating, review, the number of reviews, and I put all of this into a sheet in spreadsheet. And this basically works that after the automation is triggered, basically firstly gets every single listings price, and with this array aggregator it turns all the operations into a single array. Then it used it to right here to map out all the prices into one single collection, which is then used, I believe, in here to calculate the sum of all the prices of all the different properties. Then it's divided in here and by the number of properties that I get right here, and then the final average per day of, let's say, 70 prices is calculated. And then here is categorized is if it is the average price for a weekday or the average price for the weekend. Then here I set the check-in check-out dates, and that's it basically. So why don't we run this and see how it goes? So I can just hop into Abify and select a number of results, like I say 50, and I just hit start, and I'll cut the video through when this is ran, because it takes generally a couple of seconds, maybe a minute. Then you'll see it will run 50 times through this path right here, and then one single time through this path right here, because in this path I aggregate the 50 different results into one single array, so it doesn't run 50 times and it writes 50 times the same price. Now as you can see, the automation is triggered and it's running 50 times in here, basically uploading this spreadsheet right here. I'm going to show you at the end. Then once it's finished, it's going to run right down here. It's going to map out each single, as you can see, there are 50 different bundles in here, a lot of data, and out of this I'm going to take out the price and map it for each and every single bundle in here. And as you can see, I've mapped out every single price for every single listing, and then calculate the average, and it updated the final price. So I can hop on here. So this is where the final calculated price and the data about check-in, check-out is updated. As you can see, the average price per weekday row was updated with the final price, which is 253.3. If it would have been weekend, it would have been updated this second row. Check-in date 24th of January, checkout date 31st of January. Then we have the storage table, which is this one right here, which is basically a storage sheet, of course, where I put all the data about every single listing we get. I mean, this automation used to scrape out data. And so I put in a listing price, URL, description, rating, reviews, and welcome message, whether there is or not. Not every apartment has it. And I mean, this is not really completely necessary to get the final price, final average price, the final competition price. But I mean, I like to keep an eye on what I'm working with, and like the description and the characteristics of all the other listings I'm basing my final outcome on. And as you can see, clicking right here, I can see the booking, the property actual insights. Of course, it doesn't open it if I don't copy and paste it, just opens the booking homepage. And as you can see, by opening each and every single link I have right here, gives me access to the specific property, so I can see the review. So as right here, 123 reviews, 9.7 of rating, as it is. Welcome message, which I believe it's this one. No, this is the description, welcome message and everything. And this is not really completely necessary to estimate, to calculate the final average price per day of the competition of a specific property, but I would like to keep an eye on everything I'm working with, and in this case of each property I'm using data of to calculate the final price for the automation. But you could use this data scraped out, only data that could be used later on to maybe tailor out 2 or 3 things into the apartment. For example, if you wanted to get like an average structure of welcome message based on maybe reviews and rating, you could do that, like for like what is the average length and structure of welcome message for a property, that a listing that has 120 reviews and an average rating of 9.7. You could do that because I have a ton of data here, and of course using AI and everything. I mean, for this automation, it's basically a no-brainer why this automation is extremely time-saving and money-saving. But firstly, because the pricing is the first barrier that comes between someone just scrolling through Booking and becoming then a customer. And then secondly, for the business owner, it is really a headache choosing the price and getting the right price. Maybe not get enough bookings because you think you messed up the price. Yeah, having a tool like this that just with a snap of fingers gets you all these informations and a price per day average of your competition, I think, and I know it is extremely valuable. So now I think we're done also for this automation and also for the video itself. So if you liked it and you find any kind of value out of it, I kindly ask you to leave a like, maybe subscribe to the channel if you want to watch any other content like this. And that is basically it. Again, if you are interested in any of our services, please click the link in the description. We have a free discovery call you can book for, again, 100% free. And it is it for also this video, so I'll see you in the next one.